The Great Resignation. In 2020 and 2021, many businesses closed, and companies asked people to work from home. The situation changed how people thought about their work and family. In the U.S., millions of people stayed out of work. In April 2021, 4 million people quit their jobs, and in November 2021, the number was 4.5 million people. When businesses opened again, some people changed jobs, and some did not return to work at all. This brought new problems because companies could not find workers. Experts called this situation the Great Resignation. The situation in the U.S. is serious now, because there is a lack of workers in shops and restaurants. There are not enough drivers, which means that companies do not deliver their products in time, and ports are getting full. Tractor stealer is tasered. In Florida, a man stole a tractor and was driving it down the road. Police started to follow him because he was driving erratically. The police asked the man to pull over. At first, he complied when the police wanted to search him, but then he became violent and began to run away. The policeman used a taser to stop him. Then he arrested him and took him to hospital. Aboriginal flag. In 1971, Harold Thomas created the Australian Aboriginal flag. It was black, yellow, and red, and Thomas first used it at a protest. The flag became a symbol of the Aboriginal people, but it brought problems too. Thomas and a few companies owned the rights to use the flag. If someone else used it, they had to pay money for it. Sports teams used the flag on t-shirts, caps, and other things. Aboriginal people used the flag too, but they started to be angry that they had to pay for it. There were more and more disagreements, and for example, the Australian Football League refused to pay when it used the flag. The Australian government paid $20 million, and it bought the copyright on the flag. Now, people can use it freely, and nobody will pay for it. Fashion faux pas. People criticized Gucci and Adidas for the designs of new products. For Gucci, a black balaclava jumper was the center of the storm. The bright red lips on it looked like blackface, which was a form of makeup used to stereotype black people. It dates back over 200 years. People criticized Adidas on Twitter for a white pair of shoes made to celebrate Black History Month. This is not the first time that the internet criticized a brand for its poor choice of design. Last year, H&M had to take down a picture of a black child. He was wearing a sweatshirt that said, "Coolest monkey in the jungle." Back in 2014, Zara made a striped t-shirt with what looked like the Star of David on it. It looked like clothing worn by Jews in Nazi concentration camps. Storm Ana hit Malawi, Madagascar, and Mozambique, and it forced hundreds of thousands of people to leave their homes. Heavy rains lasted more than 1 week, and they brought floods and landslides to southern Africa. In Madagascar, 48 people died, and 130,000 people stayed in shelters. In Malawi, 18 people died, and 200,000 people had to leave their homes. Floods damaged the country's main highway, and cars and people could go nowhere. Mozambique's prime minister said that the situation in the country was very serious, and that floods were happening more. Another storm was building in the Indian Ocean, and experts expected that it would reach Africa in a few days. Difficult words. Landslide, when rocks and dirt fall down a hill or mountain. Shelter, a place where a person is safe from bad weather or a dangerous situation. Highway, a main road which connects two big towns or cities. Aboriginal, the original people who live in a place. Refuse, when you say that you will not do something. Copyright, a legal right which says that somebody can use or sell something, and nobody else can do it. Erratically, unusually doing something. Comply, be okay with something. Search, when police check if a person has something illegal on him or her. Great Resignation, when many people resign or quit their jobs. Lack, not enough of something. Port, a place where ships load and unload things and people.